Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Thing Is. Today I have with me Christina Carmel. Hey! And today we're going to be talking about a few different subjects, but mainly focused around dating.
Okay.
Now, for me, I'm kind of like about to enter that scene because I've been married for a long time and now I'm going for a separation. And so I'm going to be entering the dating scene and I have no idea what to expect.
Wow.
Like, I know we're in Ghana right now, but I want to know on the whole what dating is like nowadays because I really actually don't know. Like, what do I have to expect? Is it good? Is it bad? What's it like?
What a wow. What a wow.
What are guys like these days? She don't know where to start even.
I think it just, you need to know where you're at, like what stage of life you're at, first of all.
Right.
And kind of like define your standards. First things first, have your list and what you want, the do's and the don'ts, what you'll tolerate, what you won't.
Yeah.
And then be realistic. I think have your list. Let's just say you had a list about 20 standards.
Right.
I don't want a guy that does this, I want a guy that does that. If you know you're going to date Ghanaian men, then reduce some. Have 20, then reduce some to about 5. I think,
From 20 to 5?
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of patience, I think. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to know who you are, because the thing is, it's like, for me personally, what I feel like is that, you know, there's the culture here. You're going to deal with your culture, their culture, tribalism, whatever. You know, they like a woman who's a little bit more quieter, who's a little bit more, you know, there's this whole thing about being submissive. And funny enough, I was even talking about that today with some people, like, oh, they want a woman who is more submissive or who is just quieter or who is more, I wouldn't even say a woman who's more respectful. I would just say it's just submissive in whatever, however you see that.
See, that word triggers so many people, right?
Yeah.
What does that word submissive mean? What does that, like, I'm not allowed to have an opinion. What does that mean, submissive?
For me personally, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like it's almost as if it's like, I will do certain things and you just keep quiet.
Hey.
Or yeah, close them. That's especially with like this generation of men too. They've readjusted the word, readjusted the definition, and they've made it into something that they think it should be for them to suit what they want. No, because I think we live in a different time from our parents. Right. We live in a modern world. We live in a world where we live like women work.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, and even as I'm thinking about it, I'm just like get somebody else to do it.
Yeah. Right, I know. See, for me, the word submissive, it just means, like, I feel like it's got such a negative connotation to it at the moment. But for me, I feel like if I'm married and my partner wants me to be submissive, I'm allowing him to lead me. That's because I feel safe in what he's doing. So I don't mind being submissive in that respect, if that's the word you want to use. I don't even like the word. But do you know what I mean? I'm happy to let him completely lead because I trust him and I believe in where he's going. So I'm going to follow him. Yeah.
I think the thing is as well, it's like, for me personally, I believe in that as well. I believe the man is the head of the house. Yeah. I've never disagreed on that. But I would definitely say I'm an ambitious woman. I've always been ambitious. Yeah. That narrows me down to the caliber of man that I know I can date. Because a lot of men don't really want all of that. Like, you know, like they want to be the one to have those kind of thoughts and business and money and da-da-da-da. So you can't have... Well, you can, but sometimes as a man, and I've had male friends who say, like, I don't need two of that in the house, too much masculine, because it's almost seen as a masculine type of thing. But for me, I still believe that the man is the head of the house. Yeah. I still believe that the man should lead. However, you're not going to lead me to the pits of hell. So
I ain't following you there.
Yeah, it's like, lead me to the promised land. You understand? Lead me into a direction where we can grow and our family can grow. And I think a lot of men believe that they can lead, but they're not ready.
There's a difference.
Come on.
Right. There is a difference.
A lot of men are not ready to be leaders. Yes. And I think you need to do the self-work before you ask a woman to follow you. It's not just because you're a man. Yes. I think this generation
that doesn't automatically mean that.
This generation is finished.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm scared of, right? Because for me, I feel like going out into the dating world now, like I have certain standards and I feel like my standards are quite high. And because of that, I feel like immediately so many guys are just going to fall below that. Not because I don't feel like I'm asking for too much. I feel like the things I ask for are pretty basic. But I don't know if there is a caliber of man out there, like, that's available to me. I don't know,
because
man.
based on because what? Because you are what?
Just because I feel like I'm at a certain place in my life. Like, you have to be able to add value to me. And I don't know how many guys out there can like bring something to the table for me. I'm not even talking about like financially. I mean, like, I just want somebody to be able to, for me to say, yeah, this is my man. He's got me. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like there's not, I don't know, I haven't seen many. Like, I've had my eyes open for a little while. I think
it's definitely a difficult one because I feel like we're in a different time.
This is it.
I think we're definitely, and when you talk to like this generation of men, then you definitely know that we are in a different time. And it's just like, it's really difficult because it's just like, you can, as an ambitious woman, get comfortable of being by yourself because you feel like what's out there is just nonsense. But I do feel like there are good men. I do feel like,
I'm sure.
But I think it takes a longer time than our parents' time because we refuse to settle, and we refuse to tolerate some of the things that they probably tolerated. Funny enough, some woman said to me, and she's married, but she's from the north. So then that's just like culture and tribalism of in itself. And she was just like, oh, you know, this generation, you women, all you do is complain. It's like you always have something to say. Just be quiet and be there. Your man will be coming all hours and you want to make noise and da-da. And she's like, oh, that's why you don't want to settle because you always have something to say. And I said, listen, you have to have there has to be respect and you have to have boundaries. It's like, I'm not going to lay over and I'm not a doormat. Like, are you all right? Is everybody actually okay? Like, you have to have boundaries. And like, my thing is, and I had this, it's funny because everyone's having these conversations about relationships.
Because they're so important right now, especially.
In the times that we're in. And it's like, for me, I want a relationship where my partner is actually my friend.
Yeah.
Which is very rare in our culture too. Let's be honest now. Yeah. Because the thing is, like in our culture, marriage is paramount by whatever form. And it's like, when you get to a certain point, it's like, just do it. Yeah. And it's like, no. It's like, I want to see that friendship. Like, and you can see it in our culture, but sometimes it can be like rare few, boy.
Yeah,
you just think, damn.
I know. See, this is why I don't like the whole marriage thing. I'm not against marriage, but I prefer to say I'm looking for a life partner because for me that carries more weights than being married to someone. I just feel like your life partner is someone you're going to invest in. You're gonna do the world together. You're gonna conquer the world together. And that's what I'm looking for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just feel like today, I don't know how many of those men still exist because even though, yes, we're modern times, I feel like I'm kind of like a traditional woman as well. And so I want a man to be able to sweep me off my feet. Do you know
chivalry.
What I mean? I love
chivalry.
that.
You think chivalry is dead?
I feel like it could be. I mean, I don't know. This is new to me. So, you know, I'm not saying it is a matter of fact.
What I will say, I've experienced a lot more chivalry in Ghana by far.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. I don't think I can tolerate too much UK boys again, you know. And I was reintroduced to the experience again briefly. I said get somebody else to do it. Like, get somebody else.
I like that phrase. I'm gonna steal that phrase. Get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it. Because I was just like, and I remember I ended up calling him like, oh, that's that London vibe. It just hit me. I had to say, it just came, that's that. Because it was like, what is this? It's like, everything is by force. They feel like they're doing you a favor. Like the bare minimum to them is like they're doing you a favor. And I'm thinking, is this what we used to go through back in the UK?
Oh, really?
Whereas the thing is, as much as Ghanaian men can be cantankerous, they could be very cantankerous, but one thing I will say is because of the culture, they're very respectful.
Right.
And because they're very respectful, it's like they will open doors. They will do those type of things. And but the thing is, one thing about like African men though, because Africans do, like outside of Ghana, African men do it. They will serenade you with lies. The love bombing.
Yeah.
The love bombing thing.
Yes.
Get somebody else to do it.
I'm not into that. So you see, like, I remember one time I was with my friend and we're sitting at her shop. And then this guy pulls up in his car and he was like, you, come here. And so I was like, huh? I was like, no, I'm busy. I'm talking. I'm like, is that how you're going to call me? Like, approach me properly. Like, for me, that's a big thing. If you're going to approach me properly because I'm a whole woman. Like, talk to me. Do you know what I mean? Don't call me to come over to you because, first of all, I'm not a dog.
No.
So I'm not going to come there. I don't know you. And even doing this...
Because they've done it with other people and it's worked.
Oh, then you've come to the wrong place.
One thing I've noticed about the standard here is that I think a lot of nonsense works here and has worked for many years. And then you come, the anomaly, and then it's like, no, and it's like, well, so what's your problem?
Yeah. That whole thing of us, you think she's too nice now because she's from abroad. No.
Yeah, because so many women have allowed so much nonsense here.
Right.
But maybe they don't see it like that. Maybe they don't see it how we see it because we come from where we were born. But I think I'm just like, it's not okay. But then you see, because the bar is low.
No.
The bar, like...
We need to pick up the bar.
The bar is low, I think, sometimes. But then they say here as well that there's more men here than women.
Right.
But what's the thing? To every five girls, there's one guy or something like that. So that's why women here stay fighting over men.
Oh my gosh, I ain't got time for that.
So then all of this, like, so then they have a pick of the roster. So then it's like, you two, what's your problem?
Yeah.
I told you to come along. Let's go.
I feel like side chicks or something is very normal here as well, right? I feel like so many men have side chicks. Like,
It's
like
so
they will
normal.
even ask you, like, do you want to be my side chick? Like,
It's so normal here.
why?
It's so normal, and that's one of the biggest things that shocked me. But you dare not say anything. You dare not say anything. But it's so normalized here.
I'm just like,
and it's, for me, that's what I'm saying. It's part of the toleration. When you talk about like marriage and culture, that's somebody's husband sitting there. You dare not say nothing. Could be your husband. Why are you making noise?
he's buying you stuff.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. He's taking care of you. He's looking after the family. He's the man of the house. And then it's like, when you've been married for so long, you know, this whole thing about when you've been married for so long, it's like the love fizzles out and all of this other stuff. But the thing is, it's like, these things are not normal.
Yeah.
They're really not normal, and they're actually really not okay. But here, Ghana's different, isn't it?
Everything goes, especially December. Everything goes.
Everything goes. Like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, wow. But it's like, you can have somebody who is your friend for a lifetime, who you laugh, you joke, you giggle with, and is your person.
Yeah.
And I think but it's okay to wait for that as well, and not let people pressure you into doing whatever because of your age and time is going. Like, it's okay to wait and find your person that God has set you and aligned you to be with. It's really not by force people to get married. It's really not by force. It really isn't.
Really isn't, you know.
And you've done it.
I've done it. I've been there, and I'm like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, marriage in the first place is so much hard work. Like, I'm not even looking for a perfect person, so I don't want you guys to get that confused. I'm not looking for a perfect person because I believe there's no perfect person out there. You work with each other. You see how you can kind of mesh together. That's what I'm looking for, someone that I can work with. But honestly speaking, for me, I wish I'd taken my time a bit more.
But you were young.
I was very young. I was 24. I feel like I should have given myself a bit more time.
24.
I know.
Being young.
I know. So many people say to me, you weren't young. For me, I was young because I didn't know.
Young. You didn't know who you were as a
No,
woman.
I didn't know who I was. I feel like I'm only now getting to know myself.
You see?
Only now. Like.
And I don't even think you should jump into a relationship until you know exactly who you are. Because the thing is, it's like, in the process of self-discovery, how do you then allow someone into that. You're in the zone. You're learning your stuff. You're learning. When you're learning something, you can't have disruptions. You need to focus on whatever you're learning. So it's like in the process of self-discovery, how can you then have someone, unless you're one of those people who is able to allow someone into that space, into that, but it doesn't distract you from learning who you are. But I don't believe it, because this is where girls, they don't know who they are and they absorb the energy of the man and start just doing all this kind of nonsense. And you're like, why are you doing that?
No. For me, I feel like I'm at a place where I'm really discovering myself, and I'm actually enjoying discovering myself.
Yeah.
But if the right person was to come along, I wouldn't say no. But I still need space to also be myself.
So what, that person's technically then a friend?
No, like, we could be partners, but the person will need to understand that I'm still also learning myself. Like, I'm kind of enjoying freedom to some degree.
How is that gonna work?
So, no, because, like, for me, I'm enjoying being an individual, because I haven't been an individual for so long. So I'm enjoying being an individual. But at the same time, I'm also willing to let someone in, but it's difficult to explain.
Yeah. I'm like,
what's this girl talking about?
I'm like,
no, there's definitely space for someone, but I'm not going to give you everything of me right now. Like, it will take time for you to fully get me. Like, I'm not giving you my whole heart right now.
Silence on the mic.
I was just about to say that. Pure silence.
I'm like, okay. For me, then I would be like, I would friend zone them. And then because that's not fair. I don't think it's fair.
No, but I feel like if I've let the person know, like, I'm willing to let you in, but you also just need to give me some space to be myself as well.
So you're still gonna be like, going
not that
out
I'm looking.
all the
Yeah, I want to
time.
be able to go out, but not that I'm seeing other people or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm still on a journey of self-discovering and being confident in myself. Like, I still want you there, but give me that space. I'm not going to be 100% loved up right this second. Not right now.
I think it's difficult.
But I don't want to friend zone you.
I think it's difficult because I've been in that space before, and then it was like, no, you're going to have to go. Because it's like in that process of self-discovery where you want your freedom, and then they see you want your freedom, and then them two, the more, it's not that you're pulling away, but you're doing your own thing. And the more they see you do that, they don't like that. And then they want to pull in, and you're pulling back, and they're pulling in. And then it's just like, oh, you don't, because for example, like for me, when I'm working, I like to be by myself. I work best like that.
Yeah.
Oh, come bring your laptop to me and we'll do it. I can't focus when you're there. No,
Yeah.
but that's my learning, that's my space, that's my, and then it was like, oh, you don't like being around. It turned into something else. You don't like being around me. You don't, and it's like, no, this is me. This is the bits of me that this is what I'm telling you, this is what I need. In order for me to focus, I need this. And it becomes something else because they don't, as much as you can explain it, you cannot deny the emotions that it will bring.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can agree with that. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm willing to like share that. So if I'm going out, let's go together. Let's go out together. But sometimes I want to go out with my girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? I want us to go out and have fun. Or I'm going out to lunch with my friend. I don't want to have to be like, you always need to be there. Like, I'm not ready for that 100%.
Do you think this new age of men are emotional?
I don't know. I haven't really experienced enough yet.
I can tell you they are.
Do you feel like men these days are too soft then?
Not too soft, but way too emotional.
Really?
It's like I'm seeing a role reverse. I'm seeing a flip. I'm seeing women really tapping into their masculine and men.
Really?
Yeah. It's like women have, and I was seeing this like trend on, it was trending on Twitter, this whole discussion about like women just being fed up, especially black women being fed up, being tired of holding it down, tired of tolerating, tired of, now they're just doing them. Like there's more ambitious and successful women now than ever before. There's more women who are just doing them. There's more like, and it's like 3 strikes you're out. The days of holding down a man and all that ride or die, yesterday's news. And it's like, And then it's like, and then I saw like the comments of men like, oh, there's nothing attractive about a woman who's just too masculine and this, and it's like, oh, please. It's like, oh, now because you can't get her to do what you want her to do, now it's like, oh, it's like, what did somebody said, it's like, oh, I don't want to share a bed with a man.
Huh?
The comments were jokes.
Wow.
Jokes, yeah. I definitely feel like the men have definitely become like way too emotional. And I think women have just leveled up. Women have just said, you know what? And I love it. Like, I love the fact that women are just like, you know what? I could take care of the kids myself. I can do it myself. I mean, I've been like a lot of people, and this is like, and I said it, a lot of people don't even realize that they're married and they're still single parents. Y'all better
I'm not even
talk
gonna
about
say anything about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like I think it's great that women are leveling up and they want to do anything. I can do it all myself. Like, I can definitely do it all myself, but I don't want to. I want someone to help me with the responsibility of all the things that need to be done. I want that. So I don't think that means I have to dull myself down in order for somebody else to come in. I feel like you should be able to match me, and then we go together. Yeah.
Or even amplify you up.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by I need someone to add value to me. Otherwise, what are you doing here?
It's weird because then it's just like, from a man's perspective, and having this conversation with men as well, I could see, and I've been there, because it's like they feel like it's like, so where do I fit into this? Like, oh, like, are we? Because realistically, as much as we say we're 50-50 equal, not really. Somebody has to dominate. Like, business is never 50-50. Somebody always has to dominate. Yeah. And so I feel like when you start, like, especially with them, it's like when you start doing like, oh, I want somebody to like, who can build me up, amplify me. Like, no, they like, no, I want you to be, yeah, I could do all of that for you, but I'll do it under you. Like, I'll be the teacher, you'll be the student. But it's like, no, two teachers can be together and still learn. So right. I think it's a very difficult one.
It just sounds, to me, like everything sounds so different to like when I was a few years ago. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just completely different, because I think back then, when it came to like dating or meeting a guy, whatever, there were certain things that you just expect of a guy. I don't know if it's maybe because I was so much younger then. Yeah. Like I just felt like I had everything. I had so far to go. So it was easy for a man to maybe slot in. But now I feel like I have certain things. Maybe it would be more difficult for a guy to slot in at somewhere in my life.
You've achieved so much though.
Yes, but I feel like I still have a long way to go. So I feel like you also have to be leveled up. Like, you can't still be in your 20s and I'm here, and it just doesn't work. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
because I even look at like, if we look at like your dynamic as well, it's like you have yourself set. With your foundation set. Right. And you're living your life, and like everybody around you is good through you. Right. Where does a man now come? And that's how I feel as well. Like for me, it's like, I'm good, like where I am type of thing. And I feel like that's why for me, sometimes like dating is also very tricky, because again, it's like, where do I now come into this? Where do I fit into this? But my thing is, it's like, to cater to somebody's needs, everybody has different needs. Like, everybody has different love languages. So it's like, no, like, for example, with a man, it's like, I need you to be my peace. That's me. I'm saying, like, I just need you. Forget all of this, like, oh, money, this, all this. Yeah. I just need you to be my peace. Yeah. Even some people can't even do that. Some people can't even...
This is one thing, you can't even do it.
One small thing, peace, like basic peace. It's just like, I need you to be my peace. I need you to be my provider. Or I need you to be my sponsor. I need you to be my this. I need you to be my that. Yeah. Like, find that person's need. And that's why you have to learn the person. Yeah. Learn the person, learn what the person needs. Me, it's just, give me peace. I'm good. And then find what the person needs. And then, but I think and then we want to put what we want onto people. Like I think dating is long.
Yeah, it's hard, but I'm sure there must be an element of fun in it too, right? Learning another person. There must be something fun.
And I think we don't take the time to learn people long enough.
So I did a video like a little while ago. Yeah. And I was saying that I feel like it's okay to go out there and date. And for me, dating means talking to a variety of people. That doesn't mean that you're sleeping with all these people.
They must have
do you see what I mean? Like that's what I'm not. But that is the purpose of dating, right? What's the point of me saying I'm just going to talk to this person, I'm not going to talk to anyone else? How do you know that is your match? How do you know this person wasn't your match? Unless you have spoken to all of them.
They came for you, didn't they?
They did.
They did. I can already see they came for you. Because that concept of it is a white people's thing, I think. For us, we want to act like we're too like, I'm not dating. There's only one guy. I'm not opening my legs to say many people.
No, but it's
never.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, but you're dating all these people. And then like black people, we are so funny. Oh, you're going out with all these people for free food.
No, I know it's something. That's another thing, isn't it? The free food.
Are you only going out? It turns into stupidness.
Yeah.
But I definitely think so. I agree with you, and I think for me also, I think that's where I'm at now as well. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry, but.
She said she's sorry.
I'm so sorry, but I think so.
I
think so.
That's the purpose of dating. Is that not what dating is?
I think sometimes we make the mistake, and I've definitely been like a testament to this. You get to know the one person for too long,
right?
Because you think it's gonna go somewhere, and that's not even the person that God intended for you,
right?
And so I think, and I definitely feel like date multiple people and tick them off. Next. Right. Immediately no. Yeah. Get somebody else to do it. And then find you're finding. Yeah. Searching, you have to then find I think so. But men don't make it, I don't say they don't normalize it, but they don't okay it. They just make it seem as if, so it makes girls and women feel like, oh, let me not even, I want to act like I'm wifey. I want to act like I'm a proper woman. I'm a good woman. You're dating multiple people because you're sleeping with multiple people anyway. So it's like, let's like talk about it, like be honest. So the thing is just like talk your truth. And it's like, no man can run you down anyway. Because the funny thing is, the one person that you're investing all this energy into, it's not your person. He's probably not even treating you right. And you've put all your eggs in his basket because you don't want to date multiple people, because you don't want to look loose. Yeah. But that's not fair. I just feel like that's not fair. That doesn't mean that you're loose, like at all. Because I'm speaking to maybe like 3 or 5 different guys doesn't mean that I'm loose. I'm just getting to know you. Okay, let's remove the word dating. Is that different now? If I say I'm friends with these 5 guys, what's the difference? Yeah. I've just removed the word dating. And I think after you hit a certain point anyway, like after your 30s, it's like, I think just be like, if you are talking to multiple people and there's a guy you're interested in, I think just, I'm talking, yes. And then so, which bill are you coming to pay this month? Yeah. Like, who are you coming to marry me? Or like, I've had like, you have to, because I feel like sometimes as well, like men will run you down and have no intentions for you and no purpose for you and still run you down. It's the thrill of the chase, right? It's the thrill of the chase. Yeah. So we're not here for that. So it's like, I feel like when you get to a certain point anyway, it's just like everybody just communicate clearly and be honest with where everybody's out. Because 9 out of 10 times anyway, the man is talking to multiple women anyway. So what difference does it make? Cut out the noise. So do you feel like you should be on the clear understanding that is what you're both doing? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's like, you know that he's probably dating multiple people. If you're exclusive, you're exclusive. Yeah. If you're working towards purposeful dating that leads to something, be clear about that. What's your everybody declare your intentions. Right. Declare your intentions then from now. Then there's no broken hearts. And sometimes like men too will feel like because they're being honest and over on it, that, like there's honesty and there's just oversharing. Because they're being honest, it's like there should be no ill will or like no miscommunication or no like hard feelings because I'm being honest. No, you're not being honest. You're oversharing information that I do not care about, and it's not relevant to what's your purpose, what's your intentions. Be clear. Yeah, like that's not when. And I think a lot of this generation just run too much game. There's too many game playing. Everybody just declare your intentions. Yeah. And we know where we stand. Yeah. She's not your girl. He's not your man. Right. But if you want to move with that intention, let's go. I think
that's what it is. You have to be on the same page, definitely.
It's really, we complicate things too much. Sometimes we like to have our cake and we like to eat it and we like to do this and it's just so messy.
Yeah, no, I fully agree.
It's so messy.
Would you ever approach a guy that you were interested in?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So I even asking.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I believe if you don't go for what you want, sometimes the universe will serve you what it wants. And sometimes what it serves you is not even what you asked for. But at the same time, you can go for what you want to, and God didn't want you there.
Right.
But I definitely believe if you don't go for what you want, sometimes the universe will serve you what it wants, and then it's not.
But do you feel like you approaching the guy takes away some of his masculinity?
Why?
Because he hasn't been able to be the one to approach you first. So maybe like, have you put yourself in a certain position that maybe he's not now, can't really lead, because it's almost like you're leading because you approach first.
I mean, I'm approach as in like, I talk to you first. I'm not approach as in I'm taking you out first.
Okay.
I'm like, you were like leading. I'm like, nigga, you gonna lead? You gonna lead us to the promised land?
Right.
Because I was like, yeah, like, no, I'm gonna approach you first. And I'm gonna set the seeds and I'm gonna set the tone.
Right.
But you will lead after that. Because anything after that, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I might as well just like be the man. Like, and I'm sure that's off-putting anyway, like you're saying.
Yeah,
no, I've like shot my shot, planted seeds and whatever, and then it's for him to take the initiative.
Right, and then move with it.
Yeah. And it works better for me anyway. Because when I allow people, I prefer to do my pickings and pick exactly what I want, like fizzle it out, do my research and take my time. Because otherwise, all these men.
I know, right? Exactly. So do you feel like some men are intimidated by us women?
Oh, yes. Especially this generation, which is where all the emotional stuff comes in. I think a lot of women, and I love it, a lot of women are in their bag. Like, talking their stuff, like, starting businesses, very ambitious. And I think a lot of men don't know where they fit into that.
It's hard. I almost feel sorry for guys, though. I just feel like if you're not of a certain caliber, it's very hard to get a good, focus-driven woman.
But what's that caliber, though?
You have to be coming with your own stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but you have to be careful with that too, because then when you have your stuff already, the intentions of a woman. We're in economic crisis. Like, the intention of a woman will never really be clear. That's why sometimes it's better to not declare what you have. And just come, as Jesus says, just come as you are, and let's see who really loves you for you.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want someone to know like my bank account or anything like that, but I just feel like, okay, so what it is for me is that I feel like a man has to be a man. Like, you have to have certain things in place.
Which is what for you?
So for me, a man has to have his own stuff. Like, you have to have
property.
I'm not even like, even if you're renting, that's cool with me. Okay. Like, you don't have to be all the way up there. Like, I'm not expecting all of that for you. But I need you to be able to take charge. I need you to know the direction that you're going in. I need you to be able to lead me in the right way. I need you to be able to support me. I need to feel secure in you. I need you to give me certain things. I need you to be self-assured of what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one can shake you. Like, I need you to be that sure of yourself.
No one can shake you. I love that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, the only way I can say it is, like, I want him to be able to scoop me up and protect me like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, I do. And
that's what I want.
I think I would definitely say that a lot of men need to do therapy. I think a lot of men before we get to all of that point, I think a lot of men need to do therapy. I think the problem is a lot of them are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. And there is a lot of pressure from men, especially black men.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of them are definitely, and they don't know how to communicate at all. Like, they don't communicate effectively, and then they carry the weight of the world and it plays out. Let me tell you something. Whatever's going on with you mentally will play out. Don't ever get it twisted. It is playing out. You just haven't noticed it yet. Right. And it's playing out in our dating scene. It's playing out. And I think this is where the issue is as well, because it's like, there's just certain things that are going on with dating and the game playing and all of this. It's like, no, go and do. And when I'm talking to guys now, if I feel like it's going progressive, you need to go do therapy.
Really?
Yeah, that's my number one now. Yeah.
Really?
As soon as I hit 30, I'm like, I'm not dating you unless you go do therapy. Oh my God. Get somebody else to do it. I don't need all of that. just you start dating them and then it's good. And then the behaviors, or they're not cool with this, and then go and do therapy. And then what they want to do as well, which is fine, is that they start communicating their past to you.
Right.
And then you start to see that, okay, like you've been carrying the weight of the world.
Right.
And I can help you and I will carry you, but you know me. So there's a bias naturally. So it's better that you go and seek the knowledge and support and everything else from a therapist who is like neutral because they don't know you.
Yeah.
And then you can really like, because I know there's things that you're going to tell me, there's things you're not. Lay it all out, get it off your chest, and then come in when you are when you're just neutral and you're open to learn. And I think that's some of my previous relationships, the blockage came from that. There was always it was good, but then there was always something that stopped them from. But
do you feel that sometimes they're just looking for some assurance from their partner? So like, I feel like sometimes they need a woman to be able to say, it's okay, you're doing really great. And sometimes for men, maybe that's all that they need. That's all that they're looking for. Just that kind of, just the assurance, that they're doing a good job.
Like doing what? Wait, no, that came out wrong.
Like words of affirmation.
Yeah, when you're active, I will affirmate. You understand? But in order for me to affirmate, you need to be active. And then it's like this thing of, it's like you're not doing me a favor. There's an undertone sometimes with dating. It's like you're not doing me a favor by dating me, by the way. So it's like relax first of all, and then it's just like this thing of like I can get any girl. There's just this braggadociousness with dating nowadays, where it's just like, and again, I can only but blame some of us females too. We make ourselves too accessible. We allow certain things to slide and glide that shouldn't. So sometimes these men come with braggadociousness and it's like, no, sweetie, relax. So my thing is, it's just like, I'll give you affirmation when like I see that you are just trying your absolute best and you're doing it, and I will big you up. But my thing is like, you have to be doing, because I'm not here to feed ego though. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I'm not here to feed your ego. So it's like, I believe in lifting up your man. I believe in, like praise and patting him on the back, all of that, and supporting him. But my thing is, just please go do therapy. Just please.
See, for me, like, I would want to support my man. I want to tell him that he's doing a great job. Like, I want him to be the best version of himself that he can be. But you have to be on that road. Because if you're not on that road, I'm not interested.
And it's not because you're a man that I'm going to do it either.
I really ain't got time, and I'm really not interested. Because I'm at a place where I'm like, I'm secure enough in myself now and in the things that I'm doing to know what I'm doing. You need to also know what you're doing, but I'm going to support you too.
Women have secured themselves. I love it. I just love to see it, because it's like, it applies pressure from men too. Like to...
Would you say you're a feminist? Because I know people watching this video back are going to be like, she's a feminist. Would you say you're a feminist?
No, I wouldn't, to be honest. And I say that just because I'm not going to sit here and say I'm 100% like pro women all the way to the core, because we must take accountability for the things we've also done wrong. And I think sometimes too, I see where men are coming from. Like for me, like I can tell you that a lot of men carry the weight of the world, honestly. And I think having that understanding doesn't allow me to absolutely be an absolute feminist. I can't sit here, but I can tell you that I'm for my women, but I will hold you accountable. Yeah. I have to. I have to.
So someone sent me this thing on social media recently, and it was like it was like a reel of this guy, and he was saying that he considers himself to not be the most handsome man, but he's also not ugly.
Meaty ugly is what they call him.
Call it what?
Meaty ugly.
Meaty ugly.
Like
oh
he's
my
medium ugly.
gosh. I just feel like that's such a horrible thing to think of yourself. I feel like for everybody, no matter what level of ugly or wherever you think you are, there's always going to be someone that finds you attractive. But I just listened to this guy talk. I was just like, why do you think that for yourself?
Has it hindered him in any
way?
He's
married, and he was like, he's got enough. He's okay enough for his wife to have not swiped left on a dating app.
Oh, wow.
And I just feel like,
what? Oh, wow.
I know, like, people actually think that of themselves. Like, I think you have to be so secure in yourself, but I think looks is not everything. I feel like there's other things that can be added to make someone attractive. For me, if you're intelligent, that makes you attractive. Do you know what I mean? Because you can be the most handsome man to me on the whole planet. But once you open your mouth and you start talking some nonsense, you've gone all the way down. But it's just like I feel like how you speak about yourself and how you see yourself is how people are gonna also see you. So for me, listen to this guy talk and talking about himself like that, I'm just like, you're making yourself unattractive because of what you're even saying.
And you put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Look at you. Why? Like, the thing is, it's like, why would you do that to yourself?
Right.
Just branding just in the gutter.
So I looked at the comment section a little bit, and someone was like, this guy just wants affirmation from people. He's just talking for talking's sake. Because I'm like, I mean, he wasn't even an ugly guy. He's not my type, but I can see why someone would want him. He's not ugly. He doesn't have like one eye here and one eye there or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but just the fact that some people see themselves like that. Half a man's attractiveness is their intelligence and their confidence. I'm telling you, like, listen, men, right? Let me tell you something. Let me just speak to you for a second, right? If you want to approach a woman, right, level up your confidence, because your confidence is going to take you most of the way over the way that you look. Trust me. Trust me. You may not think that you are that attractive. You may not, but your confidence will sell it.
Have you seen that polygamy relationship on TikTok with Sean, Olivia, and
no,
and what's her name, Shanice?
No.
The three girls are in a polygamous relationship. But he was in a relationship with Shanice. It's all over TikTok. He was in a relationship with Shanice first, and then he met Olivia. They're trying to say he met Olivia through LinkedIn, but Olivia's 19. Huh? She's 30, and I don't know how old Shanice is. Yeah, she's 19.
In a polygamous relationship.
And her dad is a pastor, and her dad has like come out to say like, yes, he didn't really know, but she called him to say like, oh, she's in a polygamous relationship. And it's like, when you're talking about meaty ugly, it's the same thing, because I think the guy is like, he's very like meaty ugly, and they also think he's gay too.
What?
Yeah, and it's just what they're trying to do is normalize polygamy on like, especially within our generation. And everybody's just like, immediately no.
But so you're saying that, but do you think that maybe that's what the world needs? Because at the beginning of this show, you said that there's like every 5 women to 1 man.
Immediately.
So
immediately. Don't even try to tell this to me.
She's like, don't even finish asking your question, okay?
Like, where you going with this?
No, but like, if it gets to a point where there is not enough men, would you consider it? Say you're now entering, like, you're going towards your 50s and you can't find anyone. And you have a guy and he's like, look, I want you to be part of this. Would you consider it ever?
No.
You'd rather be single for the rest of
Yeah, I'm good. Because as you say that, it's like, knowing that obviously, like, in our culture, your man, like, a lot of married men have side chicks. So it's like saying...
That would eliminate that, though.
It's like saying,
I'm not saying
okay.
I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm not saying that, you know. Let's just get that straight.
It's like
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm going to allow my husband to have a side chick. And we know about it. And I'm okay
But he
with
would
him.
share equal time with all of you. So you know about it. She's fully aware. Like, you're all aware of each other.
No. No. And the thing is, we're not gonna normalize this, because for me, it's like, I just think there's an undertone of disrespect with that. I just think, how can you, if we are here and it's the two of us together, why are we adding somebody else in?
But African culture,
yeah, because what I'm saying,
it's like that.
Yeah, so for me, it's like with this whole situation within our culture, where like a lot of the married men do have sides, and the women are saying, okay, we've been married for ample amount of years, so it's okay. Like, as long as there's no disrespect. She doesn't call me. She doesn't. It's okay. My thing is, one thing I'm gonna say now, because I'm young, and I'm gonna say no, whatever. But once you've been, I know, like, I have friends who are like in their late 40s. I have like uncles and whatever, and I know what being married for 20 years, 30 years, and all of that. We have to be realistic. Yeah. You understand? So for me, I'm not going to never say never, because I'm not at that point. But what I will say is, as of now, immediately no, don't even try. But I think after you've been married for 20 years, 30 years, I think you have to be open to the conversation, because he will do it regardless. My thing is the disrespect, though. And the thing is, for me, like, a lot of the people that I know, or I have friends whose parents or whose fathers have side chicks or whatever. Yeah. For me, the issue with it is like, all the young girls, it's the picking of the young girls and like old enough to be like your daughter, and because they will never go and pick a prim and proper female. This is where the problem is. They pick the ones who are young and naive,
can be manipulated,
and then they don't know no better. So disrespect is bound to be. I think
okay, so what about if he makes an honest woman with you and makes you his second wife or his third wife? Would you accept?
Is he Muslim?
Maybe, yeah, I guess so.
Maybe.
Because
I'm not opposed to the second wife thing, you know.
You're not. You would be someone's second wife.
Yeah.
Really?
I think the bar's already low. We might as well all go. Yeah.
Might as well go for it. Then there's nothing left.
Yeah. You know what? I think at this point it's like, I just think there has to be just a tone of, it just has to be respectful, man. I think there has to be clear communication. It has to be respectful. Just say never say never to a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I don't know if I could do second wife, you know. I don't know. I would struggle.
And you're living good. And you're living suits.
I know. He's taking care of you.
You have to have money to do it as well.
Oh, no, definitely. You think I'm coming to live in something? Lay out my rug on the floor and go to bed? No way. You have to be able to take care of me. Like, no. I don't know if I could. Like, right now, as you said, I guess I can never say never. But right now, I think I would struggle with something like that. I really would. Being the second wife.
I think because we're young, man. I think because we're young and we're selfish. For me, it's just like, but when you've done the years, though, like, never say never to a lot of things. Never say never to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think the bar is low. Divorce rates are high.
I know. So a lot of people say that it's usually the woman that initiates divorce because she just wakes up one day and says she's not happy. Do you think that's true? I mean, you've never been married before.
Yeah.
But do you think that's true?
No, I don't think a woman wakes up one day and says. I think she knew. I think it's layers and layers of different events. Women get tired. Because remember, a woman will get tired and still be there. Yeah. But she's mentally left a long time ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she's been gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like us women, we're complex, but we're not complicated. Okay. You see what I mean? Yeah. Because, like, you have to understand us, but we're very simple, you know, because we want certain things and we need certain things and we need the man to understand certain things. Once he understands that, then actually we're not complicated at all.
Yeah.
There's just certain things that we need as women. And it's for the man to understand what those things are.
Yeah.
I was discussing on another show that I'm an overthinker. So if you're going to date me, understand that I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to come into the relationship and say, oh, I know what's wrong with her. She's an overthinker. Yeah. Let me just secure her with this text. Or let me just
cut,
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just because you know I'm an overthinker. Like, I don't want to have to come to you, oh, you know I'm an overthinker. You know that's the reason why I'm feeling this. Like, I don't want to have to explain this to you every single day. Like, just be on the ball. You know?
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah. I think it's that's why I said it's very important to learn people. Because once you learn someone, I swear, like, the relationship is so much easier because you know, like, okay, she's in her point of overthinking. Let me just, these are, so it's like everybody should have their strategies to deal with their person.
Right.
And so then it's like, okay, she's in overthinking mode. Let me just do X, Y, and Z. She'll be good.
Right.
He's in this such and such. And that's what I believe. And that's why for me, relationships, I take my time. Because you must learn the person to make... I like peace. And I like problems.
Right.
So once I know how to deal with you... Oh, he's... okay, cool. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Simmer down. It's just about reducing and everybody just having peace.
Yeah, because I think for us women, we take a lot on our shoulders sometimes, and we come out to the outside world as if everything is perfect and we're all fine, but inside we're actually melting away sometimes, and nobody can see that because we're juggling so much. And so I think when a woman does walk away from a marriage, I think she's just juggled so much for so long.
Oh, she's been gone.
For so long. I think you have to take it easy on women sometimes, you know. I mean, that's not to say a man doesn't feel certain pressures, but I think with a woman, she'll put up with a lot for a long time before she actually walks away.
The strength of a woman.
I'm telling you, there's something in it. So I feel like even though the divorce rate is, they say 80% of women initiate divorce, I think it's because she's just got to that point of enough.
Yeah. And I think rightly so. I think women go through a lot undiscussed as well. Like, some things don't even need to be discussed, but you can see. But with a woman, you can see it on her face.
Yeah.
And you can see it in her body language. So if your woman is doing some way, she's gone.
Yeah.
She's gone.
You've lost her already.
Yeah. And once you lose a woman, you ain't getting her back.
Once a woman turns off her mind, you can't unturn it, you know.
I'm telling you.
You can't. She's gone.
I tell you now, once a woman is gone, she's gone.
She's gone.
She's gone.
Yep. It takes a long time for a woman to get to that point, but once she does,
you're not getting her back.
You can't get her back. I'm sorry.
So if fellas, if you've got a woman at that point, you better grab her quick.
Yeah. Before she turns it off. Yeah.
She's gone. She's gone.
Absolutely. Oh, my gosh. What a great conversation.
I know.
I love talking about relationships so much because I feel like there's so much to learn. And every guest that I have and I speak to, I always feel like I've learned something. Like, I never claim to know it all, but I just love the sharing of experiences, you know. So.
Wow, love that.
Hold up. Dating scene, I'm coming.
This is you're gonna have such a good time. What's one thing you're looking forward to?
I think I actually like to meet new people. So I think just getting to see the range of characters out there, I think is going to be nice. But I'm very fussy as well. So
do you wear your heart on your sleeve?
I do, and that's something that I'm trying not to do so much.
Not if you're going to date multiple people.
Yeah, no.
That's not going to work.
That's not, no. I feel like I definitely need to be a bit harder. Naturally, I'm very a welcoming person. I'm very soft-natured like that. But I feel like to go into dating, I feel like I do need to harden up a little bit, you know?
Yeah. You're gonna have.
That's why I'm like, I have to definitely set boundaries for myself and for the other person as well, because, like I said, I'm not ready to go 100% just yet.
Oh, I love that. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be. You should record and vlog your experience.
Oh, well, we'll see. Oh gosh. So, where can people find you if they want to know more about you?
Yes, you can find me on all social media platforms. Christina Carmel. It's just Christina Carmel on, all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Don't really use Facebook, Snapchat.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you dating at the moment?
I am.
She's like, I am, but don't ask me anything else.
No, I am. Okay. I am dating. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, well, that's the end of today's show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Definitely head over, check out Christina on all her socials. Hit her up if you want to join her dating queue. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, invite it.
Seriously. Okay, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment and share this video. Until next time, we are out. Nutitfafa.